searched him on his person. They said they've begun going through them, encrypting some of them, and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today.
You talking about I'm gonna show out? It's just my life. You can't get mad. Get the off my page. Tell me I'm gonna show out. I ain't no show out. I earn my shit the hard way. It's happened, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life.
Floyd Mayweather's bank records have reportedly been leaked, showing he might actually be broke. Around mid-April 2025, social media lit up with claims that CNN had gotten access to and released Mayweather's private bank account.
Had asked for an investigation into leaks, saying that they believe the government, which he suggested that the government was trying to, he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man.
The rumor started on a trending Reddit thread, where anonymous users shared grainy screenshots they said showed Mayweather's bank balances, some at zero, others in the red. The posts also claimed that CNN covered the leak in a Financial Watch segment, adding fuel to the story. These images supposedly show multiple accounts under Mayweather's name, with balances from negative $25,000 to $0. The screenshots also mention large pending withdrawals marked as alimony, tax liens, and lawyer fees. One page reportedly lists over $120 million in total debt, with no matching assets in sight. Reddit users pointed out that the documents were heavily redacted, with black boxes hiding sensitive details like account numbers, though bank logos were still faintly visible. Supporters of the leak say the redactions suggest the documents are real, and that CNN may have received them legally under media protection laws, choosing to hide personal info before going public. After the leak spread, influencers and content creators jumped on the story. Eye-catching headlines and dramatic video covers drew millions of views. Even popular boxing podcasters dedicated full shows to analyzing the leaks and predicting what legal consequences Mayweather might face. Meanwhile, sports commentator Stephen A. Smith also weighed in again on Floyd Mayweather, this time after law enforcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
Federal officials reportedly searched Floyd Mayweather's homes in Miami and Las Vegas soon after Mayweather Promotions fell under investigation for suspected tax fraud and other financial wrongdoing. During these raids, the FBI is said to have found forged paperwork among Mayweather's possessions. On his broadcast, Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. He said Mayweather is just as guilty as some of the worst white-collar criminals ever caught. This followed reports confirming the raids. Later developments added a twist. Many of the lavish homes Mayweather claimed as his own were actually part of marketing deals. He would act like he owned the property to make it more appealing to potential buyers, often earning a few homes or cash in return. But the FBI saw these deals as dishonest, aimed at fooling the public. What shocked Smith even more was the FBI's discovery that Mayweather was linked to multiple shady crypto ventures. Allegedly, he promoted bogus crypto.
When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Stephen A. Smith called out Floyd Mayweather for creating a career based on promoting brands and companies as if he owned them, when in reality he was just a paid face. According to Smith, Mayweather may not truly own anything. He even joked, who's to say those private jets he's always showing off aren't just part of the endorsements too? The only thing we know for sure about that man is his boxing record. Outside of that, Smith said Mayweather's actual wealth is still unknown. Footage from the home raids pointed to something deeper. Mayweather's ties to questionable crypto deals may be even worse than his real estate stunts. Over the years, Stephen A. Smith has revealed several of Mayweather's secret crypto activities. In his view, The real criminal activity is buried in crypto because it's harder to track. Working with shady crypto partners, Mayweather reportedly scammed fans out of hundreds of millions. Smith added that it's about time investigators take a closer, more serious look at this part of the case. Smith recently disclosed that Zach XBT, a well-known blockchain sleuth, has accused Floyd Mayweather of ties to multiple token scams. According to the ESPN commentator, Mayweather's past is already riddled with legal battles and settlements over questionable crypto ventures. At one point, Eddie publicly criticized the former boxing champion on X, calling him out for allegedly promoting Yet. Another shady token, some people never stopped scamming their fans, he remarked. The crypto community erupted in anger over the claims, with one user commenting that he could now say with certainty that the net worths of some celebrities are nothing but smoke and mirrors. One commentator pointed out how baffling it is that someone as wealthy as Mayweather Jr. would still resort to fraudulent schemes. Another questioned whether he would ever face real consequences for the scams linked to his name, expressing frustration that he seems to repeatedly dodge accountability. This isn't the first time Zach XBT, a respected figure in the crypto community known for his deep dive investigations into rug scams and hacks, has called out the former WBC super featherweight champion. In fact, Zach Speedy previously exposed at least a dozen crypto projects tied to Mayweather Jr. that ultimately collapsed. Mayweather later unveiled a new token named Floyd, heavily promoting it across his social media channels. Yet, after numerous investors had already bought in, he abruptly deleted his promotional posts. This sudden move raised fresh concerns that he might once again be involved in questionable dealings. It's worth noting that Mayweather had previously pocketed tens of millions through a series of crypto-related projects, including Mayweather's Ethereum Max Board Bunny Real Floyd NFT and Moonshot. In 2022, Stephen A. Smith reported that the Securities and Exchange Commission charged Mayweather for not revealing payments he received for endorsing 3 ICOs, one of which included a $100,000 payout from Centratech. It was claimed that Mayweather leveraged his Twitter account to urge his followers to join Centra's ICO, warning them that it was launching imminently and advising them to buy tokens before they ran out. Smith also pointed out that years ago, Mayweather had been fined more than $1,600,000 for illegally endorsing cryptocurrency offerings. These revelations were uncovered during a search of his Las Vegas residence. According to the host of the Stephen A. Smith Show, many investors have faced substantial financial losses as a result of Mayweather's promotion of deceptive ventures, the Centrate, ICO, Ethereum, Coinboard, Bunny, NFTs, Floyd's World, and Floyd token. Projects have all been flagged as
viciously. His head did a 180 before he fell on his face. To report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has repeatedly connected Floyd Mayweather to shady financial activity in several public statements. According to the SEC, certain individuals failed to reveal they were paid to promote specific Bitcoin-related investments. These individuals didn't admit guilt or deny it. Instead, they settled the matter by paying more than $750,000 in fines. These were among the SEC's first enforcement actions targeting violations related to initial coin offerings, ICOs, which are a relatively new type of investment tied to cryptocurrency. An ICO lets people buy tokens or coins from a company as a way to invest in its future projects. Though the wording may have changed, the SEC has reminded the public that many of these offers still fall under today's securities laws, which require anyone getting paid for promotion to say so. The SEC said Mayweather received thousands to promote 3 separate ICOs, including one by a Miami-based company named Centra, which was charged with fraud in April. Mayweather hyped the project on Twitter, telling fans to act fast before Centra's ICO sold out, saying, "I got mine." The SEC also pointed to an Instagram post where Mayweather predicted a big payout from another ICO, and a tweet where he called himself Floyd Crypto Mayweather. Even back in 2017, right after earning a fortune from the McGregor fight, people started speculating about his finances. Despite Sports Illustrated estimating his net worth at $500 million, Mayweather was recently seen flaunting his $50 million Gulfstream G650 jet. A new report said he visited Roten Island in the Bay Islands, where he showed off his private jet. A Facebook post by Tlosa included photos of the retired champ, with one featuring his plane, and highlighted how impressed Mayweather was with the island's beauty, friendly locals, and incredible food. Interestingly, he also owns a second private jet, though the cost of that one hasn't been revealed. While on the island, he received a special gift and an award from Tourism Minister Yadira Gomez, a book detailing the history of Roten. Even though rumors of Mayweather being broke have come up before, he always seems to shut them down by living large. But do you think there's any truth to the talk about him going bankrupt? After days of staying quiet, Mayweather finally addressed the accusations. He took to Twitter to...
So if certain people want to wear, true religions, certain people want to wear Jordans, I don't knock that. We all got to start from somewhere. I buy my kids Jordans all the time. You know what I'm saying? And at one particular time, I was wearing True Religion jeans, and I still don't knock True Religion jeans. You know why? Because that's a multi-billion-dollar company. You have to start from somewhere. So, I'm not here to knock nobody. We all live our life the way we want to live our life. Now, see, my lifestyle is a little different. I dress different.
No source has ever confirmed that Mayweather actually owns any of the luxury homes he's been linked to. More likely, he was paid as a brand ambassador to pose as the owner in order to help developers sell or lease the properties. Still, the boxer known for flashing his wealth fired back online this past Monday, insisting his financial empire is rock solid and claiming the IRS just wants its cut. In fact, he even faked a tax receipt and posted it on social media to fool the public. His nickname, Money, fits perfectly, not just because of his dominance in the ring, but also his unmatched skill in making huge profits through fights and business deals. Mayweather has gone on record saying he paid an 8-figure amount in taxes just last year. He's seen as one of the richest athletes of all time, with massive earnings from boxing and a long list of investments. Even after retiring from the sport, he's kept busy with exhibition fights and managing several businesses and real estate ventures. In December, there were reports that he had agreed to a 2024 exhibition bout against Manny Pacquiao, likely to take place in Japan as they revisit their legendary rivalry. Mayweather hasn't been shy online either. He recently posted a photo of a tax check with his usual flair, captioning it, "Just before I dropped that light million and change for that little Super Bowl stuff, I had to pay the IRS aka Uncle Sam $18 million. He added, "That's what I owed in taxes while retired. Just imagine what I was paying when I was active." Back in 2017, when people accused him of faking documents, he told the press, "I ain't worried about that. I showed y'all a $100 million check. I didn't even cash, right?"
Because I'm in a different tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I dress different, I do things different, because I'm in a different tax bracket. I'm around different type of money.
We're not losing sleep over this. Mayweather's tax attorney didn't respond when asked for a comment. It's also not clear whether the IRS tried to withhold any of his purse from the McGregor fight, and since the agency doesn't talk about individual cases, no answers there either. Nevada boxing officials also didn't reply. According to Stephen A. Smith, Mayweather filed a petition with the U.S. Tax Court in D.C. on April 13th, asking for his case to be moved to Las Vegas. That filing came after a failed attempt between Mayweather and the IRS to work out a deal, explained attorney Leighton Kohler of the Las Vegas firm Dickinson Wright. Kohler isn't involved in the case. The appeal might be giving Mayweather some time to gather millions from his August fight, which he could then use to pay the IRS. Kohler, a former top IRS agent, pointed out that tax judges only visit Las Vegas once or twice a year, meaning Mayweather could wait 6 months to a year before he even gets a hearing. The 2015 lien is just one of several IRS claims made against Mayweather over the past 10 years. That's a far cry from some of his old rivals, like Conor McGregor, who has kept a clean record with Ireland's tax office and reportedly has no debts in any U.S. state where he's fought. When it comes to Mayweather, fans often break his career into two parts, the Pretty Boy era and the Money Mayweather era. The differences between the two are huge. Early on, Mayweather was all about speed, power, and knockouts. Later, he focused on strategy, flawless defense, and ring IQ. Another big change was the money. As Pretty Boy under Top Rank, he made solid income, but as Money Mayweather, he raked in hundreds of millions. Back then, he seemed to follow tax laws and kept a clean image. But the money era brought with it tax drama, faked financial records, and payment dodges. Even Mayweather himself might have trouble saying when the big money phase really began. Although his boxing career had countless highlights, what truly kicked off the Money Mayweather brand happened outside the ring. On March 30th, 2008, after beating Ricky Hatton and briefly stepping away from boxing, Mayweather shocked the wrestling world by stepping into a WWE ring to face Paul White, better known as The Big Show. At the No Way Out event before WrestleMania 24, Mayweather ended up breaking Big Show's nose during a face-off. The match was set and Mayweather won, staying undefeated. TalkSport later reported that Mayweather made $20 million from that event. 17 years later, Triple H Paul Levesque appeared on Andrew Schultz's podcast Flagrant and shared a surprising story. He said Mayweather had always been a huge WWE fan, and that's where the Money Mayweather idea came from. He told me Pretty Boy Floyd would only take him so far, said Triple H. You could argue he was the greatest boxer, but he wanted to be the biggest draw, and to do that he needed a character to sell. Triple H explained how Mayweather took inspiration from WWE and developed his persona. He used HBO's 24/7 series to push the Money Mayweather character. Before that, his image focused
Ever. All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings.
But Triple H isn't the only one who's talked about Mayweather's wild WWE moment. According to TalkSport, WWE veteran Paul White said he actually told Mayweather to go ahead and break his nose for real. I told Floyd, hey, when you run at me, just do it. I'm a little crazy, so I'll make it look real. Turns out it was real. Mayweather ended up busting his nose during the No Way Out event. Rapper 50 Cent has often bragged about his close friendship with Mayweather, who's now a businessman and retired boxer. But like any long relationship, theirs has had ups and downs. Even after Mayweather retired undefeated in 2017, the two stayed connected. 50 supported him during his 2012 jail time for domestic violence. Still, money issues have driven a wedge between them. While the exact numbers are unclear, some say Mayweather owes 50 Cent $2 million, which could be the root of their rift. Despite the rumors and a few failed real estate deals, 50 Cent recently defended Mayweather in a video blasting the lies about his money problems. He pointed out that he never depended on Mayweather's wealth, unlike others in his circle, which he says gives him the moral high ground. We've drifted apart because I don't need him, 50 Cent said, adding that Mayweather used to surround himself with people who needed him financially. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Mayweather talked about his real estate empire, saying, I don't know the exact number, but I have over 100 buildings, maybe more. I think 99% are in New York City, but 50 Cent poked fun at that too, joking that Mayweather was probably lying. One thing about Mayweather is that when enough people start saying the same thing, it usually means there's some truth to it. Maybe he's not broke, but he might be closer to the edge than he wants to admit. That's all for today's video.